Congratulations to you all for a really terrific filmic experience. Does anyone have a question? Here, wave your hand. Yes, in front, please.
The plot was so wonderfully, the closure and the twist was so believable. How long is this Lego construction?
I will repeat that if I might.
By the way, that's totally not my brother who just asked that question.
Oh, okay.
He really is.
Anyhow, the gentleman says the plot was so wonderfully intricate and there's twists all through it. How long did it take you to come up with this wonderful story?
This started out as a play. I started out as a playwright for many years, writing plays, and this was that one play that should have been a movie. And so the play was written quite a long ago, and a lot of the jokes and the beats were really battle tested with an audience. An audience always tells you what you have. And then I wrote a script and Dito read it, and we just kind of hashed out it at years. You know, these kind of movies are really hard to make. I'm gonna let these guys talk, but it took longer than you'd think, but it was worth it. But I would say, of all the shit I've written, I did not expect to be standing here seeing this. This is not the one I thought would make it that far.
Maybe Dito, can you talk a little bit about the process of putting together this great cast for this script that took a long time?
Oh wow, it's a whole bunch of craziness, you know. Well, Jennifer was first on board, and that was, you know, and I'll be honest, I was the last person on earth who didn't know who Jennifer Coolidge was, because I only watched 90 Day Fiancé, and I was thinking, because when I read it, I loved it, and I thought, gosh, it feels like Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, but everybody's Virginia Woolf, you know? And I was watching White Lotus, and I'm like, that's Elizabeth Taylor, you know, from that show. And my wife is like, that's Mrs. whatever. So I'm so happy to know who everybody is now. I'm so sorry. But it was really a crazy thing to put together. I mean, you know, look what's going on here, you know?
All right. Okay. Are there some other questions? Please wave your hand. Oh, there you go, please. Thank you.
Hi. I really enjoyed the mixture of various thematic elements, both sort of mystery-esque and murderous-esque, and I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about where you drew your influence from, either from the original play or as you developed it into a screenplay.
Her question is about all the various thematic elements that are involved here, and she wondered how did that develop?
Was really the impetus. My sister went through a terrible divorce, and I was always thinking that sort of working class mom who has to carry the load. I hadn't seen anything like that, so Ruth kind of came out of that, and her voice was so strong, and everybody sort of orbited around it. But to me, I mean, why this movie was so fantastic to watch is because there's so much pain and thematic depth under it, and then all that humor is sort of built on that. So whether you laugh or not, hopefully you follow the heart and the themes of it. So thank you for saying that. Again, that's not my sister.
Yes, here, please. The question is for Miles, who is the youngest member of this wonderful cast. She's asking, what did you take away from working with all of these amazing people?
I mean, it was great working with these legends, you know. I think I really took away, like, having this experience, you know, working with Ed, working with Gabrielle, you know, they're very supportive. And, you know, I really enjoyed working with them.
Over here, please.
First of all, I just want to say, extraordinary. Love watching a show where it's a team, so I just congratulate you all. Love Jennifer Coolidge. Love you all. I love you too. Now here's my question. How did you get Bill's number?
So the gentleman is loving the ensemble work here, and he said he loves watching movies that are made with a team. It feels like a team, but he'd like to ask you, how did you get Bill's number?
Oh gosh. I had heard about that. You know Adam Paulson, who's a producer on the film?
Yeah, bring him up.
I know that. Come on, Adam. He actually has it, so he could give it out. Adam, let us know how you got this number, please.
I can't give it out, but Bill and my brother are friends, and it was a very last-minute, incredible thing that he did because we had a cast member fall out, and he stepped right in a way that you could never imagine. So, thank you.
Okay, at the back, waving, please. Yes.
What made each of you say yes to the role?
Was that for everyone, or?
Yes, everyone.
She's asking each member of the ensemble, what was it that made you say yes to the role? Could we begin with you?
Hi. First of all, I've never been offered anything like Ruth before. I like that, but you know, I was Jennifer from Boston. You know, grew up in Norwell, Mass, and whatever, and I kind of knew some people like this, and they weren't direct family members, but I don't know. I felt like I really knew these people, and I wasn't as awful as some of the others. I kind of wanted it, and thanks to Dito, he didn't even make me audition. Thank you.
Hi everyone. Well, I was very fascinated by the idea of playing pregnant for the first time, and I can assure you this is no longer a prosthetic ballet. So, apparently that worked out. And thank you.
It started with what's on the page. It starts with what's on the page, and our director, our fearless leader, and then at the time I signed on, it was Jennifer and Ed, and I was like, just show me where to go. That was enough.
Well, I really like DJ's character. Usually I'm playing like the best friend in like a comedy or something, but this one he's really intelligent, very book smart, very different from what I usually play. And when I first talked to Dito, he was really rooting for me, so that made me really want to do this.
I met Dito at the Sundance Film Lab when he was working on the Guide to Recognizing Your Saints some years back, and it was really great to hear from him, and I really loved the script, and at that point, I think it was just that Jennifer was involved, and I said, yeah, man, I gotta do this, so.
Well, finally I get to sound like a British actress and say, well, it's really all there in the text then, wasn't it? That's what they say. And then when Adam's brother got a hold of me, they said that Dito made this movie called A Guide to Understanding Your Saints. If you've never seen it, you should see that movie too.
Did you want to say something, John? Oh, he's good, okay. All right, we have time for one more question. Go ahead, please. Okay, that's an actor question. How do you prepare to say the most outrageous things and keep a poker face? Tiffany, I'm thinking. Would anyone like to?
Everybody says something outrageous. So.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's easy because when it's so long to have such a good line to say, there's a little bit of anger involved.
I don't know.